everybody, welcome back. Today's workout is a form of exercise called HIIT, high intensity interval training. HIIT not only helps improve your cardiovascular system, it helps you sleep, helps with stress, weight management, and mental health. The HIIT goal is to increase your heart rate for a short period of time, followed by recovery. Our goal today is to work intensely during the movement portion, knowing that we have a rest coming. Intensity level is individual. You can make movements more or less difficult by going faster, slower, increasing the range of motion you do, or adding or taking away resistance. Our work portion today is short, so try to keep moving for the entire 20 seconds. Even if you need to slow down, just keep moving. For today's exercises, we will be completing 4 Tabatas. Remember, a Tabata is a workout that is made up of 8 rounds of 20 seconds of a movement, followed by 10 seconds of rest. A full Tabata today only takes 4 minutes. Today's exercises have lots of variety and will mix up higher heart rate movements with strength and core to allow you time to recover and work a variety of muscles. We will complete each movement as one Tabata instead of moving between exercises. Our first Tabata will be our warm-up, so we will get right into it. If you're joining us today for the action level category, grab yourself a chair and you're gonna follow Nancy. If you're here for the challenge level category, grab a chair, 1 moderate-sized dumbbell, and follow me. If you're here for train, grab a set of small to moderate-sized dumbbells, and you'll be following Jamie. All right, are we ready? Our first exercise today is a ski. Let's get started. So this this full body exercise is a great way to warm up the back of the legs, the arms, and the abs. Notice that you may be stiff as you get started out, so try to really slow down, reach those arms all the way overhead, using a chair if you desire, such as what Nancy's doing, or doing the lateral movement, such as what Jamie is doing. And rest. All right, so remember we only have 10 seconds of rest, so don't go too far. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1, round 2. So your muscles and joints may not be fully warmed up. Again, really pause, full extension as you reach all the way up. Really pull those arms down as you pull down. Notice if you're going side to side, you may be taking small steps. Whatever works for you is what we do, and rest. All right, round 2, we've got a few more rounds left. How we doing? Super duper. Good. Perfect. All right, here we go in 3, 2, and begin. Tabatas are a great way to get a lot done in a really short period of time, knowing you only have to exercise for a quick 20 seconds, followed by that little recovery period. Nice work, everybody. 3, 2, and rest. If you need to, kind of shake out those legs and arms between sets. You know that 10 seconds goes fast. All right, round 4, this will put us at halfway, and begin. So you should start to feel that your body is getting a little bit warmed up. Your heart rate should be elevated. If you need to, adjust your tempo. If you want to work harder, go a little faster. If you need to slow down, it's a great time to do it. Nice work. Good. And rest. All right, everybody, we're officially halfway. How are those chair skis, Nancy? Good. Good. Having fun, Jamie? Excellent. Ready? And begin. It's really important when you're doing a ski to keep the weight in your heels. We want to work the back of those legs. If you need to step your feet a little wider, you can. It's whatever feels good for you. Your arms may not reach up the same, and that is okay. Good work, everybody, and rest. All right, we just have a few more rounds. Definitely starting to get a little bit warm. Enjoying that heart rate coming up. Round 6, ready, and go. Nice work, everybody. Hang in there. This is when it starts to maybe get a little more challenging. Just stop and march in place if you need to. But guess what? We only have 5 more seconds. And rest. Great, just 2 more rounds of this, and then we're gonna take a little bit of a switch into some strength. Before we do that, we have round 7 on that ski, and begin. Now that you're feeling those muscles wake up, I really want you to think about those arms pulling down big. Like you've got resistance against them, something heavy. Big reach. Almost there. 3, 2, and rest. All right, one more round. Can we do it?
Yep.
All right. Last round of this before we move. 3, 2, and begin. This is that time to give yourself just a tiny push, pushing through that last round, making sure that you're getting every single movement correct. Almost there. Nice job, that heart rate should be up. 3, 2, and rest. All right, great work, everybody. Heart rate up, excellent. So now we're gonna move into our strength movement, which is actually gonna be several versions of a deadlift. So we are gonna go ahead and switch to that. So Nancy's gonna show a body weight deadlift. I'm gonna show something with a single weight, and Jamie's actually gonna be adding our arms. So let's go ahead and get your weight if you're using it today. Go ahead and get into our position. All right, are we ready? All right, and begin. So this exercise known as a deadlift you're seeing it in 3 different versions. Nancy's showing a narrow deadlift without weight. I'm doing a sumo and wide deadlift just with the weight, and Jamie's adding her arms for a little bit of upper body. This is a great thing for the back of the legs. Rest. This is a great exercise for the back of the legs as well as the low back and your core. All right, round 2 is coming, everybody. Ready? And begin. It's really important when you are doing a deadlift to look forward, trying to keep the weight in the heels, making sure that you're actually really working the back of the legs. You don't have to go all the way down. Do what feels good for you. Almost there. How you doing, Nancy?
Good.
Good. And rest. Feeling those arms a little bit, Jamie? Awesome. All right, everybody, round 3. Nice little break from some aerobic. Ready? And begin. You can make this exercise a little bit more aerobic if you want to by picking up that tempo, or again, as we mentioned, adding a little bit more resistance. Whatever feels good to you. If you want to slow it down and really work on strength, you can do that as well. Almost there. And rest. I definitely feel like I need to shake out my legs after this one. Remember, in any of these breaks, pause if you need to grab a drink of water and just join us as quick as you can. Round 4, let's go. This puts us at halfway. It always feels really nice. If you're starting to notice any pain or tightness in your lower back region, make sure you're really keeping your chest up. Make sure you're keeping your spine straight. Decrease your range of motion so you're not feeling that discomfort. Good work, everybody, and rest. Officially halfway. All right. Round 5 is coming right here. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to hear my knees a little bit cracking. It's a little normal. So if you're hearing that at home, it's pretty normal as long as it's not causing pain. Try to keep working through that very different sound coming from your joints. Happens when we age gracefully. And rest. All right, we only have 3 rounds to go. Doing good? Fantastic. All right, round 6 is coming right here. Make sure you've got good posture and begin. Sometimes in these later rounds, you might feel that form going. Stick to it, really focus on good form. Don't worry about speed. Form is the most important thing to these exercises. If it feels good to stretch those hips, pause a moment at the bottom. Feel that nice stretch that you have earned. And rest. Okay, 2 to go, Nancy. How you doing?
Good.
Body weight exercises are still challenging, aren't they?
Yes.
Fantastic. All right, round 7, here we go. Good work, everybody. Now that we know we're almost at the end, this is your chance. You want to push that tempo up. Great. If you're feeling a little tired, those muscles are shaky, slow yourself right down. Nice work, and rest. All right, we have 1 more set to do. Make sure you're not sacrificing that form. Let's make this one of our best sets of the day, and begin. Good work, pushing through those heels. 10 seconds, everybody, 10 seconds. Last 5 seconds. Good, and rest. Great work, everybody. We just have 1 more Tabata that's gonna increase our heart rate. You will not need a weight for this. If you're following myself, or you're following Nancy, make sure you have that chair close by. Make sure it's firm and stable, something that's not gonna move around. If you're following Jamie, you're gonna be working on the floor. All right, our last exercise is called an up-down. You may recognize this exercise a little bit as a modification of a burpee. It is, in fact, an exercise that uses your full body, but there are many levels to doing this exercise. You have no requirements to jump. You can make this your own. We're gonna show 3 different intensity levels so you find something that works for you. Are we ready? All right, let's get started and begin. So you'll notice that Nancy is going down to the chair and stepping her legs back to that full, what looks like a plank position. I'm still using the chair, using that elevation, but adding a slight jump for a little bit of intensity. And Jamie is showing an option of stepping back from the floor and rest. Good work, everybody. You can see many options for how you move, as well as if you want to add your arms, which let's go ahead and our arms every time. Great idea, Nancy, I love that. And begin. I personally love adding my arms in this. It's a little bit of a break from that up down and also works that core in a whole new way. Good work, everybody. Looking really good. Nice job. And rest. All right, we're going into round 3. You should feel your heart rate getting up. Try to stick to the level you're on just for a couple of more rounds before you make adjustments, continuing to push that heart rate up just a little bit and begin. Remember, it's only 20 seconds of work, so you should feel a little winded at the end of that 20 seconds. If you are doing that chair up down, make sure that you're keeping those shoulders stacked right above those hands, really supporting that back, and rest. Good work, everybody. Doing really good. One more time at this before you make any adjustments. Keep pushing yourself. That 20 seconds. Round 4 begins, and now. You might feel as you're reaching those arms overhead, the arms are still a little bit stiff. That's okay, do your best. But if you want to, go ahead and take those arms out and just do a full extension. Almost there, and rest. All right, good work, we're halfway. So if you're feeling like you've got a little gas in the tank, this is your last push. I want you to try something a little more challenging, or take yourself back a level. Round 5 begins now. Want to finish out these last 4 rounds nice and strong. Doing really good, everybody. Definitely when I feel my arms tire and rest. How you doing, Nancy?
Good.
Jamie, having fun yet? And begin. Good work. Just 10 seconds left of this round. Nice. And rest. All right, just 2 rounds left to go. Try to see if you've taken those arms out, try to add them back in at least for one of those last 2 rounds. See if you can push yourself before we get on the floor and do abs. All right, let's go, round 7. I don't know what you guys think, but let me tell you, I think that those rest periods go really short. They go very fast. Five seconds. And rest. All right, one more round. All right, last round. Give this your best. Give me all the energy you have left and begin. 20 more seconds. If you've taken those arms out, let's add them in. Good. Good work, everybody. You're looking fantastic. 5 seconds only. See if you can get a couple more reps. Nice job. And relax. All right, go ahead and grab a drink of water. We're gonna take a moment for our heart rate to come down, and we're gonna get on the floor or using the chair for some abs next. Great job, everybody. Fantastic job pushing yourself, getting your heart rate up. This next Tabata is gonna be a real treat because we're gonna get into our core, bring that heart rate down. Nancy's gonna demo from a chair. Jamie and I are gonna go ahead and get into the floor. Let's get into position, and we're gonna show 3 different versions of a crunch. Let's get started. So I'm showing a basic crunch with my hands up. At the moment, my legs are facing forward. Jamie's actually showing a butterfly position that her knees are a little wider, working some different muscles. And Nancy's showing how you can get a great ab workout just from the comfort of your chair. Almost done with this first set, and relax. So when you're relaxing from a crunch, I sometimes like to lay down. You can sit up like Jamie. It's whatever feels comfortable for you. Sometimes those abs will sneak up on you and we need a rest, and begin round 2. If you need to, you can put your hands behind your head, give a little bit more neck support. If you want to move a little bit greater, you can come up to a full sit-up, or you can stay down to that crunch position. Most important to keep your neck and spine in line. We don't want to tax the back of that head, and relax. I also like to stretch out between these, make my abs stretch out. Reach your arms overhead. Again, whatever feels good for you. Round 3 coming right here. Take a moment to think about your breathing. Make sure that you are not holding your breath. It helps often to exhale through your mouth so you're hearing that breath. Looking up towards the sky, making sure that spine is neutral. And rest. How you feeling, Nancy? Fantastic. All right, we are moving into round 4. This puts us at halfway, and begin. So a lot of different variations to work your abs. Find the one that works right for you. You may feel a little bit of discomfort in your low back, a little bit of fatigue. Just make sure you're not feeling any pain, especially sharp or shooting pain. And relax. Halfway. How are those butterflies, Jamie?
Feel them.
We'll have a good butterfly position. All right, round 5 coming. This is all we have left for today, and begin. So as those abs start to get tired, make sure you're doing slow, controlled movements. You're better off doing slower quality reps than jerking, especially in the spine and the neck. And rest. Just a few more to go. And we'll take a quick stretch. 5 seconds. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and begin. Round 6. If you want to add those arms in, if you're on the floor, you can actually use a little bit of those arms for momentum, kind of helping you get through those sticky points of those abs, as long as you're not flying those arms and jerking that low back. You can also add a weight if you want to, making this your own, and rest. All right, we have 2 rounds left. Can we do it? Great work, everybody. Hang in there. Those abs should be feeling it now. Round 7, and begin. Take a moment to come back to that breath. Make sure you're breathing, not holding your breath. Making sure that neck is neutral. Supporting that spine if you need to, and relax. I know towards the end of a circuit, I may feel like my neck is getting really tired, so I'm going to go back to supporting my head and begin. All right, everybody, it's our last 20 seconds. For those of you at home, don't give up. You only have to do 20 more seconds of a Tabata today. Nice work, everybody. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and relax. Great job, everybody. Before you sign off today, join us for 1 more minute of stretching, cool down. If you have to sign off, take a few extra minutes to bring that heart rate down. Let's go ahead, everybody, and do a quick stretch if we can stand up. Fantastic. Take a big breath overhead. Big blowout. 1 more time, big breath. Let's grab those hands together at the top, press up to the ceiling and stretch. Let's go ahead and lean over to one side. You can go any side you want to, whatever feels good for you. Press that opposite hip out. Back to the center. Let's go opposite side. Back to the center, bring those arms down. Let's grab those hands together, press those palms out in front of us. I'm gonna show this from the side. Pressing those palms out to that wall in front of you, opening up those shoulder blades, tuck that chin into the chest, stretching out that back. We definitely worked the whole back of the body today. And release. Let's take one arm across the chest, keep that shoulder down, bringing that ear to the shoulder, big stretch on that neck. And switch sides. One more stretch. Through the shoulder. And release. Good job, everybody. We hope you join us for the next workout. We'll see you soon.